Hello everyone and welcome. Get ready for a series of multiple choice questions covering various CompTIA Security Plus concepts and challenges. All right, let's get started. What is a type of malware that takes control of a computer system and demands payment to restore access or functionality? A. Spyware. B. Adware. C. Ransomware. D. Trojan horse. Take a moment to think. The answer is C. Ransomware. Ransomware encrypts or locks a victim's data or system and demands a ransom payment for decryption or restoration of access. Option A. Spyware collects information without the user's knowledge. Option B. Adware displays unwanted advertisements. Option D. A Trojan horse is malware disguised as legitimate software. Which social engineering technique involves impersonating a trustworthy entity, like a bank or company, to trick a victim into revealing sensitive information, often through email? A. Tailgating. B. Phishing. C. Shoulder surfing. D. Watering hole attack. Take a moment to think. The answer is B. Phishing. Phishing is a fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information by disguising oneself as a trustworthy entity in a communication, commonly email. Option A. Tailgating is following someone into a restricted area. Option is C. Shoulder surfing is observing someone's screen or keyboard input. Option D. A watering hole attack targets a specific group by infecting a website they frequently visit. What is the primary purpose of a firewall in a network security context? A. To encrypt data in transit. B. To filter network traffic based on predefined security rules. C. To detect and remove malware from files. D. To manage user authentication. Take a moment to think. The answer is B. To filter network traffic based on predefined security rules. Firewalls inspect network traffic passing through them and either permit or deny it based on a set of configured rules, acting as a barrier between networks. Option A is typically handled by protocols like TLS, SSL, or VPNs. Option C is the function of antivirus software. Option D is handled by identity and access management systems. Which security concept aims to ensure that data is only accessible to authorized individuals, entities, or processes? A. Integrity. B. Availability. C. Confidentiality. D. Non-repudiation. Take a moment to think. The answer is C. Confidentiality. Confidentiality is about preventing unauthorized disclosure of information, ensuring only authorized parties can access it. Option A. Integrity ensures data is accurate and hasn't been tampered with. Option B. Availability ensures systems and data are accessible when needed. Option D. Non-repudiation proves that a specific action occurred and was performed by a specific party. What is a brute force attack? A. An attack that exploits a vulnerability in an application's code. B. An attack that attempts to guess a password by trying every possible combination. C. An attack that floods a network service with traffic to make it unavailable. D. An attack that tricks a user into installing malicious software. Take a moment to think. The answer is B. An attack that attempts to guess a password by trying every possible combination. A brute force attack involves systematically trying all possible passwords or encryption keys until the correct one is found. Option A is an application-level exploit. Option C is a denial of service, DOS, or distributed denial of service, DDoS, attack. Option D relates to social engineering or malware delivery. Which access control model is based on predefined rules set by a system administrator, granting or denying access based on attributes like user role or department. A. Discretionary access control, DAC. B. Mandatory access control, MAC. C. Role-based access control, RBC. D. Attribute-based access control, ABC. Take a moment to think. The answer is C. Role-based access control, RBC. RBC grants permissions to users based on their assigned roles within an organization, e.g., manager, employee, admin. Option A, DAC allows resource owners to set permissions. Option B, MAC, is a stricter model based on security labels, e.g., top secret, secret. Option D, ABAC grants permissions based on dynamic attributes of the user, resource, and environment. What is the primary function of an intrusion detection system, IDS? A, to prevent unauthorized access to a network. B, to analyze network traffic or system logs for suspicious activity and alert administrators. C, to encrypt network communications. D, to automatically block malicious traffic. Take a moment to think. The answer is B, to analyze network traffic or system logs for suspicious activity and alert administrators. An IDS monitors for signs of malicious activity or policy violations and generates alerts. Option A and D describe an intrusion prevention system, IPS, which can actively block traffic or a firewall. Option C is done by cryptography protocols. What is the main goal of a denial of service DOS attack? A, to steal sensitive user data. B, to gain unauthorized access to a system. C, to overwhelm a system or service with traffic to make it unavailable to legitimate users. D, to spread malware to as many computers as possible. Take a moment to think. The answer is C, to overwhelm a system or service with traffic to make it unavailable to legitimate users. A DOS attack aims to disrupt the normal functioning of a network, system, or service by flooding it with excessive requests or malicious data. Options A and B relate to data breaches or unauthorized access. Option D relates to malware propagation. Which cryptographic concept uses a single key for both encryption and decryption? A, asymmetric encryption. B, symmetric encryption. C, hashing. D, digital signature. Take a moment to think. The answer is B, symmetric encryption. Symmetric encryption uses the same secret key to encrypt plaintext into ciphertext and decrypt ciphertext back into plaintext. Option A, asymmetric encryption uses a pair of keys, public and private. Option C, hashing creates a fixed size unique value from data one way. Option D, a digital signature is used for integrity and authentication using asymmetric cryptography. What is a security vulnerability? A, a malicious program designed to harm systems. B, a weakness in a system or application that could be exploited by a threat. C, an attack actively being carried out against a system. D, a security policy violation. Take a moment to think. The answer is B, a weakness in a system or application that could be exploited by a threat. A vulnerability is a flaw or gap in security that makes a system susceptible to attack. Option A is malware. Option C is an attack. Option D is a breach of established rules. What is the purpose of performing a vulnerability scan? A, to actively exploit weaknesses in a system. B, to identify potential security weaknesses in systems or applications. C, to recover data after a security incident. D, to create a backup of system configurations. Take a moment to think. The answer is B, to identify potential security weaknesses in systems or applications. Vulnerability scanning is a process of identifying known security weaknesses or flaws in systems, networks, or applications using automated tools. Option A describes penetration testing. Option C relates to disaster recovery. Option D relates to configuration management or backup processes. Which term describes a security control that is implemented to deter an attacker from attempting to violate security policies? A. Detective control. B. Corrective control. C. Deterrent control. D. Preventative control. Take a moment to think. The answer is C. Deterrent control. Deterrent controls aim to discourage potential attackers by making the cost or difficulty of an attack seem too high, e.g., warning signs, visible cameras. Option A. Detective controls identify incidents after they occur. Option B. Corrective controls fix issues after an incident. Option D. Preventative controls stop incidents from happening, e.g., firewalls, authentication. What is multi-factor authentication, MFA? A. Using a very long and complex password. B. Using 2 or more different authentication factors. Something you know, something you have, something you are. C. Requiring users to change their password frequently. D. Using a username and password to log in. Take a moment to think. The answer is B. Using 2 or more different authentication factors. Something you know, something you have, something you are. MFA requires a user to provide at least 2 distinct types of credentials from different categories, e.g., a password, a token from a phone, a fingerprint. Option A describes password strength. Option C is a password policy. Option D is single-factor authentication. What is the primary benefit of implementing the principle of least privilege? A. It ensures all users have access to all system resources. B. It minimizes the potential damage caused by a compromised account or insider threat. C. It eliminates the need for user authentication. D. It makes systems faster by reducing security checks. Take a moment to think. The answer is B. It minimizes the potential damage caused by a compromised account or insider threat, granting users only the minimum permissions required for their job limits what an attacker or malicious insider can do if their account is compromised. Option A is the opposite. Option C is incorrect. Authentication is still needed. Option D is incorrect. Security controls add processing overhead, though the security benefit outweighs this. Which type of malware replicates itself and spreads to other systems without requiring any user interaction or execution? A. Virus. B. Worm. C. Rootkit. D. Spyware. Take a moment to think. The answer is B. Worm. Worms are standalone malware that can self-replicate and spread across networks without needing to attach to an existing program or require user action. Option A. Viruses require execution and typically attach to files. Option C. Rootkits hide the presence of malware. Option D. Spyware collects information. What is a security information and event management SIEM system used for? A. Deploying security patches to servers. B. Collecting and analyzing security logs and events from various sources to detect security incidents. C. Encrypting network traffic. D. Managing physical access to secure areas. Take a moment to think. The answer is B. Collecting and analyzing security logs and events from various sources to detect security incidents. A SIEM system aggregates and correlates security logs and events from devices across an organization's network to provide centralized monitoring and analysis for threat detection and incident response. Option A relates to patch management tools. Option C relates to cryptographic protocols. Option D relates to physical security systems. Which type of attack involves intercepting and potentially altering communication between two parties without their knowledge? A. Denial of service. B. Man in the middle, MITM. C. Brute force. D. SQL injection. Take a moment to think. The answer is B. Man in the middle, MITM. A MITM attack occurs when an attacker secretly relays and potentially alters the communication between two parties who believe they are directly communicating with each other. Option A, overwhelms a service. Option C, guesses passwords. Option D, injects malicious code into database queries. What is the purpose of a public key infrastructure, PKI? A, to manage and validate digital certificates for encryption and authentication. B, to provide physical security for data centers. C, to detect intrusions on a network. D, to store password hashes securely. Take a moment to think. The answer is A, to manage and validate digital certificates for encryption and authentication. PKI is a framework that enables the secure exchange of information using asymmetric cryptography. It involves certificate authorities, CAs, that issue and manage digital certificates to bind public keys to identities. Option B is physical security. Option C is an IDS/IPS. Option D is a password management system. What is the main objective of a penetration test, pen test? A, to scan for known vulnerabilities. B, to verify that security policies are documented correctly. C, to simulate a real-world attack to identify exploitable vulnerabilities and evaluate security controls. D, to provide awareness training to employees. Take a moment to think. The answer is C, to simulate a real-world attack to identify exploitable vulnerabilities and evaluate security controls. Penetration testing goes beyond scanning by actively attempting to exploit identified vulnerabilities to determine the extent of potential damage or access an attacker could gain. Option A is vulnerability scanning. Option B relates to documentation audits. Option D is security awareness training. Enjoyed the video? Want to stay up to date with the latest training? Then make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got tons more helpful content coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and join our community.